What's up, and welcome to our new episode. Each episode will feature a toy or product that caught our attention and look at how it got made, what went on behind the scenes, and of course, how it sparks joy. Remember, if you leave your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe, you can stand a chance to win this week's featured item. So, let's get cracking and dive into the fun and exciting world of character licensing. This week, we've got a double dose of nostalgia coming your way with an interesting combination. The Evatchi. The Evatchi is an Evangelion-themed Tamagotchi, available in the colors of the three main characters of the series. Players can choose one of 20 different angels from the Evangelion universe, and with the help of some minigames, raise your little angel to maturity. But before we continue, a question from our sponsors. When was the Tamagotchi first released? A long time ago.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Now, unless you've never been on the internet, you've probably heard about the very popular 1995 anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion. And even if you didn't know about the series, you've definitely heard the opening theme being butchered by some foreigner in a karaoke bar. With the original series' 25th anniversary and the upcoming final installment of Studio Khara's rebuild of Evangelion, it's not surprising to see Evangelion licensing their brand to even more companies. Even though Tamagotchi hasn't been as present as Evangelion, Bandai, the Japanese toy manufacturer responsible for the Tamagotchi, has recently been making some moves with this line of toys. Not only partnering with Evangelion, but also obtaining a license for the hugely popular anime series Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. The Kimetsu Tamagotchi, as it's known, is scheduled to be released later this year. Evangelion's got a massive licensing footprint in Japan, from Uniqlo t-shirts to Cup Ramen to Honda Civics. But I have to admit, I had to scratch my head and wonder whether this partnership made any sense. What connects these two brands, and does their respective ethos align? Or are they just pushing for an outright nostalgia sell? So let's look at exactly what this partnership is made of. The Tamagotchi was created by Akihiro Yokoi of Lu-ise, a Japanese company handling toy development and planning, and Aki Maita from Bandai, who of course manufactures the Tamagotchi. Now, I missed the backstory as a kid, but apparently the Tamagotchis are an alien race who deposited an egg on Earth to see what life on Earth was like. And it's up to the player to raise their little egg to maturity. Released in November 1996, the success of the Tamagotchi prompted Lu-ise and Bandai to develop and release the Digimon Virtual Pet 1 year later, which focused more on raising your Digimon and battling other Digimon. Neon Genesis Evangelion, on the other hand, had its start as an anime, created and directed by Hideki Anno, and produced by Gainax and Tatsunoko Productions in 1995. While Studio Khara is responsible for the recent rebuild of Evangelion films. The anime stars Shinji, Rei, and Asuka, three young teenagers tasked with piloting giant mecha in an attempt to stop the alien beings called angels from replacing humans as the dominant life form on Earth.
Wait.
Does that mean Evatchis are just a subversive ploy to get us to raise, love, and care for the very creatures that want to destroy us? The Tamagotchi is a toy we'll always have fond childhood memories of, unless your little V-pet croaked while you were at school and you're still suffering from the Tamagotchi effect. That's a real thing. Look it up. But lest we forget, it was a toy Bandai strictly marketed towards preteens. In contrast, Evangelion is noted for its gruesome visuals, mature content, and existential themes. And one thing is sure, friendship of any kind is hard to find in the depressed world of Evangelion. Hey, maybe Shinji just needed a virtual pet to help him feel less lonely.
A world where nothing exists but myself. But with only myself, I have nothing to interact with.
But in that contrast is where the Evatchi excels and allows the Tamagotchi to tap into the more mature audience of Evangelion. It branches out of the pre-adolescent market to give adults a chance to join in on the Tamagotchi fun. And that's what I like about the Evatchi. An unlikely but strategic partnership that cleverly bridges the gap between two completely different markets, getting adults to play with a toy that is essentially marketed towards children. Now, sadly, at this point, it doesn't seem like the Evatchi is slated for a global release. But if you do manage to get your hands on one, there are plenty of useful online guides to help you manage the tricky Japanese. But what do you think? Does the nostalgia factor overcome the odd partnership between a mature Evangelion audience and a toy traditionally marketed to pre-adolescents? What other products would have been better suited to the Evangelion or Tamagotchi brand? Or have we just seen enough of Evangelion being slapped on all manner of goods? And if you want to be raising the Apostles of the Apocalypse yourself, remember to like, subscribe, and let us know what you think about the Evatchi in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.